In the top stories, a murder accused is remanded to prison. A new river bus terminal is in the works, and UE make it to the Sagicor General T20 semi-finals. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, June 12, 2015. I'm Natasha Beckles. A St. Michael man has been remanded to prison after he appeared in court charged with murder in relation to the death of Wilfred Patrick Edwards, formerly of Chapman Street, St. Michael. He is 47-year-old Gordon Manfield Redmond of Lightfoot Lane, Cross Road. Police say initial investigations reveal that Mr. Edwards was struck with an object on May 12. He received medical treatment and returned home, but he died on May 28th. A new river bus terminal is being constructed. Staff from the Ministry of Transport and Works are on site debushing and cleaning the existing structure in order for work on the $2.5 million project to begin. Minister of Transport Michael Lashley toured the terminal on Friday morning, accompanied by other transport officials and architect Stanton Haynes. Meantime, Mr. Lashley says transport inspectors may need to be given more powers in order to properly enforce the island's traffic laws.
And the issue is enforcement. And I'm saying that if there's a problem with the police doing it, we have to mirror our legislation similar to the Jamaica legislation, where the transport inspectors will have similar powers and have powers that they can initiate prosecution. That is how we have to do it. The other issue that we have to face is whether there are a backlog of cases relative to traffic cases. Yes, there's a traffic court there, but this is a national issue, and we might have to reach a stage where we look at another magistrate or another judicial officer to sit in another court so that we can fast track some of these matters and have them access to the benefit of the person who was accused and also to the state.
15 Transport Board workers who were in acting positions for between 3 and 6 years have now been appointed. Transport Minister Michael Lashley presented them with letters of appointment on Friday. They work primarily in clerical, supervisory, and inspection departments. The Roman Catholic Church is calling on Caribbean governments to do more to fight the effects of climate change. Speaking during a conference hosted by the church on Friday, Bishop Jason Gordon said the Caribbean was in a particularly vulnerable position.
This sense of the urgency of reflection on climate change is because of a global challenge that we face, but this global challenge is going to impact directly on Caribbean people. In a map I saw on the most vulnerable places, the Caribbean is number 2 on that map of most vulnerable places to be affected by climate change, by rising sea levels. And already in the Caribbean we've had very strange weather patterns like the heavy rainfalls December 2013 that affected St. Vincent and St. Lucia and parts of Dominica.
Meantime, Bishop Anthony Dixon urged residents to conserve as much water as possible.
When we get a lot of rain, water flows in the land. Why not get a couple of 500 gallons of water tanks? Conserve the water. When we're washing the car, we don't need to use the hose. Why not use a bucket and a sponge? In watering the garden, especially at this time, why not use a watering can? The more water we use, the more fossil fuel, because water is pumped by electricity. And electricity in Barbados is based upon fossil fuel.
Quick action by neighbors prevented fire from claiming the Kensington New Road home of an elderly man on Thursday. 90-year-old Henry Yard told Nation News he was trying to smoke out a large number of bees which were living in and around his home. He said he put a pail of grass to burn and left home, only to be found by a neighbor who took him back to the burning house. Neighbors fought the fire until 8 fire officers and 2 tenders responded. Beekeeper Rudy Gibson was also on the scene. Another insurance company has launched an online system which will allow clients to receive medical claims benefits at the point of payment. ICBL's Sharon Howell-Clark explained how the new Easy Claim system will work during a launch on Thursday.
What it does, it allows our clients, our customers, to be able to go to a service provider, whether it's dental, optical, or for medical services, and pay the portion of their claim to the provider, and the provider will immediately send their claim through the system for us to pay the provider directly. So in effect what it does, it provides enhanced technology. We're using technology. It's an online claims adjudication system whereby providers have access to the system and they simply enter the name of the patient, and that will tell them how much of the claim the system will pay and how much will be left for the member to pay, for their patient to pay.
In sport, Sagicor UE became the second team to qualify for the semi-finals of the Sagicor General T20 Cricket Competition. On Thursday night at Kensington Oval, UE beat Police by 76 runs. The scores: UE 183 for 5 in 20 overs, Police 107 all out. UE will face Lyme, who beat St. Catherine by 66 runs in Wednesday's match. And if you want to catch a match, Pickwick and Carlton are on tonight, while Maple and Wanderers play on Saturday night. Akila Jones became Barbados' first ever female NCAA individual champion when she won the heptathlon at the Track and Field Championships on Thursday night. In the process, Jones qualified for the Rio 2016 Olympic Games and the World Championships later this year. She also set a new Barbados record of 6,371 points. And finally, a new study has found that chimpanzees in Guinea are getting drunk on purpose. A report in the Royal Society Open Science Journal says they are participating in lengthy drinking sessions using the fermented sap of palm trees. The sap contains up to 6.9% alcohol, making it stronger than most beers. The report says the habitual and voluntary consumption of alcohol had previously only been studied in humans. And that's Nation News for Friday. For more, log on to nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Remember to pick up your papers over the weekend or subscribe to our e-paper.